Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of these charges. This actually isn't going to take that long. So these two were fairly inexpensive. I think they were like 10 and 15. You want to make sure that they say fast charge. If not, it'll take a gazillion years. Fast charge is at least the same as if you plugged it in, which still means it could take 5 or 6 hours. But the idea is that you're just going to get a little extra energy. Now, I like the design of these two as far as how they look, but when I tried to use them, I was having an issue. So the first issue that I have is I do usually keep this case on, and this case is all right for, it will actually work with Samsung Pay and all that stuff, but the problem I'm having with that is that each of these has what they call a sweet spot, where you actually have to put this in order for this to work. So the problem with this is that when I put it on, I have to keep looking and move it until I get it exactly where I need to be. And I'm given a visual indicator by that, by having it actually sort of light up. So this one I like. It's got a little bit of this round rubber ring, keeps it from sliding too terribly much, so that was fine. This was the other one. Again, a little tough to find the sweet spot on this. I think the sweet spot was kind of like that, so it was pretty close to falling off. So that gets rid of number 2. Now, here's one of the Samsung fast charges. They're still pushing this one for the, I do have an S8 Plus, so it is a larger phone, but even when I take it outside, when I take it outside of the case, there is just it's just barely on there. And if you touch this at all, the S8 is very slippery to begin with. So you can see that if you just make any kind of a mistake, this thing's going to fall right out. And usually you have it on your bedside table, which means you'll have it on the floor. Now, when you have the case, now you've got an even worse situation. It won't even. Only way I can get it to go in with this particular one is to put it on its side, and then I gotta actually line it up. And the problem is that this is where the sweet spot is. So again, not really happy with this. This one was more expensive. Now, I did try the actual Samsung one for the S8 Plus, which is that sort of rounded pad deal, and it has 2 modes. It has it as a pad that you can put it on, and then it slides up and you can put it in there. And my only problem with that is the price. I wasn't really, first of all, it was big, and I wasn't really thrilled with that. So, what did we end up with? Let me see if I can get it over here. It's actually still plugged in. I'm not even going to unplug it. And the way that this was designed, I guess this was actually a Kickstarter project that went through. I'll leave a link for this down in the description. And as you can see, it's got a nice shape to it. It comes in several different colors. I'll talk about that in a second. And this is the winner. This is the one, winner, chicken dinner. This is the one I stuck with because all I have to do is just put it right in there. It's not going to slide. It starts right up whether I put it in this way, whether I put it in this way. There you go. Starts right up. I'm not worried about it sliding off onto the floor. And I actually like the way it looks, and you can actually leave it in there and continue to make phone calls and things of that nature. So I'm going to leave the link for this. Now, one of the things that I noticed, I actually ended up, I have to, full disclosure, and have to tell you, I actually ended up getting this for like about $5, and I'll explain why that is. This comes in a number of different colors. It seems like black is the most popular color. The blue and the red are not so much. So actually some retailers are discounting them. Some of your big box stores, if you check Best Buy and things like that, they're actually discounting the ones that are in color. So the original one will be $40 or $50, and then one of the colors will be like $20. So it was already marked down, and then on top of that, in my particular store, this was an open box return. And so when everything was all said and done, and I used my coupons and so on and so forth, when everything was all said and done, I got this for $5. So I'm pretty happy with that. So S8, S8 Plus, or some of the other phones that you like to use a case, this is the one for you. I'm going to be able to do that in the middle of the night. I don't have to look for the sweet spot. Just throw it in and it's going to start right up.